think, more importantly, independents are going to look at it and be very bothered with his approach. He looked like a rude child for most of it. And you're right, that laughing, that sort of demeanor. It was really interesting, actually, because the last debate he had with Sarah Palin, he didn't do any of this. He was a much different man on that stage than he was tonight. He did, and I think also the setup of the stage, there was more distance between them. I think having the moderator very close, having them on top of each other, just lended itself to that kind of classroom interruption.
It felt very claustrophobic.
It did.
The entire thing, the talking over, the whole thing felt very claustrophobic.
You wanted to sort of separate them a little bit from each other, separate her. I kind of wanted her to step back like the moderator last week in the Romney-Obama debate, where he kind of let them talk, but it wasn't so intrusive, I felt. But everyone was watching the news through all this, and every person who's even mildly informed was watching that and saying, of course you knew, of course you did. They saw all the misinformation, they saw all the contradictions, so I don't think that's a statement that will go over well with people at home who just turned on the news. Here's the problem with that, though. People watching, a lot of them, they don't know that. What they just heard Joe Biden do, Joe Biden just did what Barack Obama did not do, which is he made that 47%, did it wonderfully, spoke right to middle-income voters, and basically said, these folks over here, they don't care about you. He did it effectively.
On this is the party of Medicare. That's
and he also has the advantage.
It worked.
He has the advantage that these ads have been running in all these states focusing on this Medicare, so they're reinforcing what Biden's saying at the same time, so I think that helps. And Paul Ryan did something there that he didn't do in some other segment, which is that he got the last word on that. He came in and closed the segment, which is something he didn't necessarily in the foreign policy segment earlier, so I think getting the last word sometimes is the person who
So we thought this was going to...
If you had asked me, though, a few weeks ago on the issue of likability, I would never have said that Barack Obama and Joe Biden would have lost on the likability issue. I think it's fascinating that you had that turn of events. But now we're talking about likability and saying,
Biden wasn't even funny tonight, by the way. Not funny.
He wasn't funny. He wasn't gaffe-prone, and he also didn't do that storytelling that he likes to do as much as I thought he would, where he brings in, the restaurant he visited 10 times.
That's close.
He didn't quite have that either. Too busy attacking.